I am frantically brewing at the moment for the next tier 1 deck of the format. And I think I'm starting to zero in. I'm of the opinion that purple-orange are the best colors right now in the format. So I'm bringing out Misfortune again, who is kind of emerging as a top contender at the moment. So we'll see how we go. Ready to get absolutely flamed, though. I know there's a lot of people playing, a lot of new players as well, though, so we'll see how many we run into. I don't want to, like, say no to people learning the game, but I do kind of want to play brisk games today. Sorry, not sorry. What up, Deos? See if he dodges me. He's doing it. Alright, let it ride. He's gonna bring... Oh, okay. This is a matchup I haven't versed yet, so I'm very keen to see how we go here. We have the, Man, I never win the roll. What is this scam game, bro? Genuine scam. Yeah, go for it, buddy. I think we can make this work. Oh, Rasa. We don't need him yet. So this deck really wants to send Yone out and just, like, one-shot a battlefield. Though Yone doesn't do as well in the Victor matchup. So we'll see how we go here. I think we go for the Traveling Merchant, maybe? Yeah, I think we do. I'm not sure how to traverse this. This is oops all spells, for the record. So he's just going to only make a little 1-1 every turn and then just pass to me over and over again. I think this might be a bad matchup for Misfortune. But we'll see. I gotta learn to navigate it anyway. We'll probably play Bone Shiver plus Treasure Hunter next turn. One of the really important things... Is this the Misfortune I've heard so much about? Yes, it is, Drac. We're versing a guy who's playing only spells, though. This is basically the equivalent of Control. So you'll see in a second. Watch what he does here. He'll just yeet my Traveling Merchant with a removal spell. Having said that, we can kind of, like, wreck him. Maybe we do it. So he's going to play a spell that destroys a creature with power 2 or less, probably, from his hand. That's the removal spell I think he can float on this matter. So to beat that, I'm going to attach the what is the equivalent of an equipment to this to buff it to 4. Alright, and then we're going to go into here, discarding Bone Shiver. Alright. Damn, I hate cut down. Yeah, cut down. It's kind of cut down. It's cut down that makes treasure tokens. It's pretty good. Though treasure tokens work a little bit differently in Riftbound. Nope, has he got something? He can't... Yeah, see? What did I tell you, guys? It makes treasure tokens for the person who casts it. So, and it can be used on your own units. It's cut down as Gangplank's pistol in this game. For the record. Oh yeah, it is opponent's turn. Alright, so that's 1. We'll conquer. And I think that's all we can do right now, so we pass here. But the intention here... So, we read that correctly. He had to use that on his own unit rather than using it to kill my unit. Yeah, that's yours, buddy. You better do it. Do the thing. So when... Yeah, he's got to put both of those into his grave now. Wages of Pain and a Singularity. Yeah, see, it's like oops all removal. And 4's an important breakpoint against this deck. Like, deal 3, execute something with power 2 or less. If he wants to remove big things, he has like a couple of very like specific large spells to do it. Alright, so he's going to make the token there. And then probably just immediately pass to me. But we'll see. No, maybe not. He's going to remove my 2-drop. Victor's coming in. Alright, sure. I would like to get an orange source of mana. Oh, he's got a... That's annoying. But I don't think I'm too mad about that. We'll see what we draw. What we do next turn will be entirely dependent by what we draw. We don't have any orange right now, which means we can't play the wind shitter. So we'll have to wait and see. This calls for a mighty drink. What the fuck, bro? Where is our orange? We have, this is all 7 purple lands in our deck, for the record. We have 6 cards left in the deck. I don't know how we have 6, actually. That's not good. That means I've got 1 too many purples, probably. That's probably why we're only drawing purple. Well, we'll fix that after this game. So this is going to be an instant that he's already paid for that will kill this unit, potentially, and draw 2. So what I should do as a start is probably play Ezreal, who discards a card and lets me draw. So we'll discard... I really want Yone, actually. We'll discard Treasure Hunter, draw 2. We'll play Cold Shot. And we will repeat this. This is... Bro, if you think Stock Up is a dumb card, this is 0 mana. And all we do is sacrifice one of our lands. This is Duress. I like how I can just use magic cards and explain them to people, and they just understand. Alright, and then we do this again. Ride the Wind. Ooh, I'll take that to hand. Thanks, to bottom. Alright, cool. We can't play Duress yet, though, because we don't have an orange mana, because it needs one to be able to be played, which is a little frustrating. So we will move Mr. Merchant in. Move trigger. We will discard a Merchant and draw. Alright, let's see what he does here. He'll probably remove the Merchant. And if he does... Oh, right. Yeah, so he's got that. He's gonna make that. That's fine. So, Merchant dies. We'll draw 2. We have Fizz. Ooh. But I think we do Ride the Wind here to push him off this point. That's probably better here. Oh, sneeze. Alright, what's happening here? 100% Ezreal's gonna Ride the Wind in. And that leaves me with 2. But what do I do with that? Alright, we're gonna do this. So we go Recycle 2, Ride the Wind, baby. So Ezreal comes in. And it's 3 on 1. So unless he has some crazy cantrip in his hand, I think we're pushing him off this. So take that recruit out, get the point. We will discard 2. Yeah, sure, buddy. We retreat Ezreal. And I think we pass here. Because if we keep Ezreal here, he's just going to move his creatures in, or he's going to play a removal spell and just zap Ezreal out of existence. Which is very unfortunate if he gets that. Yep. So he goes up to 4 this turn. Not much we can do about that. Oh, something big. Alright, that's a problem. That is a very big problem. So he's gonna play 3/1/1s every turn now. Unfortunately, you know, we probably could have taken that out of his hand if we had our duress. But unfortunately, we don't have the orange for it. Which is very grim here. Also, Fizz is Snapcaster Mage in this game, for the record, which is kind of insane. So he makes... What? Why does he have a copy? Yeah, okay, cool. I was gonna be like, why does he have a... He needs the tokens. Yeah, sure. Alright. Okay, makes another token. So our goal here is going to be to match him here. We're off the pace a little bit here because we don't have... We went second. But we can push him off this. What I would very much like to do is play Yone and kill Victor. That will be really important to win this game. And I think we have to go recycle 1. We need to see what's in his hand. We need to get rid of some nonsense out of his hand here. Ideally, Singularity. Bellows Breath. An Imperial Decree. Yeah, I can read it, brother. It'll probably be Decree. So that's kill a unit. And that's just deal 1 to 3. Yeah, that's going to be useless against me. Hidden Blade draws me cards, but so does... So I think we do this. We'll yeet that one out. It's got to be Imperial Decree. Fight or Flight might get used here for... Thinking how we want to do this, guys. Because I think we have to go... I'd like to attach the Bone Shiver, and I would like to play Fight or Flight. So let's do this. Let's tap 2, and we're going to go for Fight or Flight first. And this makes him have to use this immediately. Alright. Yep, so he makes that. That's fine. What's probably going to happen as well is we're going to need to play... So I think we play Ezreal here. The problem we have then is we won't be able to play Fizz plus Yone next turn. We need to not lose any more mana to be able to do that. We can do this. And Ezreal becomes 5 power, which is not easy for him to deal with. So let's move in here and see what happens. Alright, so we take out the recruit. Nice. So that's our 3rd point. But we're off the pace here, because he's going to probably move up to 6 next turn. So we need to develop something here, I think. I think we have to play Ezreal in base, which will discard Scrap Heap. Oh, hang on. Hang on. 2. And now we drew 3. Had to resolve Minefield first. There's Lucian. Lucian's one of the key cards in our deck. Fizz will 100% be returning a haste enabler here. We might have to use it with Lucian here. I don't like our odds here. I think we're losing to the fact that if we were going first, I think this would be a night and day game. But it does feel like we're a little off the pace here. Now that he's got this armory, if we could take that out of his hand, we would have a fantastic run here. Alright, so Ezreal can die. We want to keep the bulkier one alive, the one that on 5, because then he has to sacrifice a lot more to kill it. Oh my god, never mind, he's got 2 Color Weeks. Hey Vane, good to see you, buddy. Hope you've been well. I think our goose might be cooked, fellas. So he's up to 6 here. Yeah, it came down to that armory. He wouldn't have had the resources to be sacrificing so many things if we couldn't duress that out of his hand. The matchup maybe isn't as bad here as I thought it would be. I was really expecting to get cleaned up by this Victor build, but it feels within reach. Yeah, I don't think I'm winning with this hand. GG. Game 2, question mark? You riding some Monster Hunter? How you doing? Yeah, I'm getting by. Had a happy holiday. Back at it with the streaming and work. Life's good, dude. Not much to complain about, if I'm being honest. So, in this matchup, we want to run... We want to cut Fight or Flight for bullet time, ideally, here. And I think we want to run Action to steal that armory from him. So we'll cut the Treasure Master for Akshan. I would very much like to run Sabo as well, so maybe instead of Fight or Flight. Mind Splitter I think we don't run in this deck. I'm starting to feel like it's probably not the thing to do. Alright. So we'll do this, and we will reveal, and I'll just say I would like to go first. Alright, let's do it. I would keep this. This looks good. Misfortune's signature spell is super good into Victor. Just cleans up his tokens. Is he ready? Alright, let's boogie. Oh, we got 2 purple again. You. I'll play the Merchant Pass. I probably discard Bullet Time here, because I can get it back with Fizz. Oh, we got Rasa, maybe. Maybe that's the discard. Nah, I think it's Bullet Time. So we'll discard Bullet Time and draw, and opponent lets us take, which means we discard and draw again on this battlefield. So in that case, we're gonna probably be in... I think... Oh, Fizz is kind of nice. I don't think we need Fizz yet, though. We only have 2 in the deck, though. It's gotta be Rasa. Let's be smart about it. Alright, we're gonna tap 1, and we're gonna cast our Sabo here. So the gross thing is that Fizz is gonna be able to bounce this and have us, like, hate out his hand, basically. I think I would like to get rid of... So we gotta get rid of Singularity at some point. It'll probably be the second thing we remove. For now, though, I think we want to get rid of... Yeah, I'm thinking... Stupefy will let him trade. Hidden Blade will just let me draw 2 if he uses it offensively. I think it'll be Color Weak. It actually doesn't send them to the grave, by the way. It sends it to the bottom of their deck. So, I'm sure he'll figure that out, but... That's one of the things I really like about this version of Duress, is that it doesn't let them get it to the graveyard for them to use. So we'll go Last Rites here, and we'll pass on opponent. The reason we play Last Rites here as well is that Lucian has Weapon Master, which means he will equip an item automatically. And this Yorick's Shovel sounds like the perfect thing to give Lucian. You can have that. So we know he had Stupefy. Okay, so he's drawn Blood Money this turn, which is unfortunate, but that's how it goes. But definitely not out of the realm of us beating that. Did he tap mana? Brody, opponent's trying to play the free spell. Yeah, this is one of the things you have to call people out on in TCG Arena. There was a big tournament where a player actually got in massive trouble because he kept trying to cheat in a spell. I think it was innocent, but it was a bit sus because he did it like 4 times over the course of a tournament and he ended up top 8ing in it. Alright. So I think we play... Did we play Fizz this turn? Nah, this ain't a Fizz turn. There's no shot he'll Singularity me this turn, right? Alright, so this is gonna grab these 2 bad boys. If you got caught multiple times, just give him auto. Yeah, well that's the thing. It wasn't until... It was recorded. So it wasn't until after it was all said and done that it actually came out and like the scandal happened. That draws me a card when I play it. And we'll pass here. Next turn's going to be our pop-off turn. We're playing very conservatively this turn with the intent of sweeping back next turn. But Lucian is unironically like one of the best cards of the set, in my opinion. I compare him to Red Darius from the first set, specifically because of Misfortune. So yeah, you can have that opponent. With Misfortune, Lucian is able to attack one battlefield, will re-ready himself. Misfortune gives him ganking, and he just goes straight to the other one. Why play Scrap Heap with Zorn Warrens in play? Because I had 2 mana floating. And there's a chance I draw another Scrap Heap. I can threaten and act like I have an instant, but I sided out Fight or Flight, because siding, hitting these tokens is kind of pointless. I wanted to draw the cards, is the short answer. And I wasn't going to use that mana. And I don't think Victor cares about me bluffing 2 mana, if I'm being honest, because these are so expendable. Like, he's not going to go, oh, he has 2 mana, I better not move in with my recruit. He'll 100% do it. Alright, let's give him the Fizz special, shall we? So Fizz comes in. He's going to play Sabo, which is just so gross. So he's got a face breaker. Alright. I kind of need that gone. I mean, he's literally gonna Hidden Blade Lucian. So there's a world, right? Okay, hear me out, guys. This is gonna be great. We have Akshan in the deck, so we can steal Vanguard Armory from him. So I actually don't think I take that away from him. So he either... Unfortunately, I'm kind of damned if I do, damned if I don't. If I remove Facebreaker, he's just gonna... Yeah, brother, I know what you're up to. He's gonna Facebreaker Lucian, or he's gonna Hidden Blade Lucian. I still think Singularity is probably the target, just for tempo. So we'll get rid of Singularity, I think. We'll let him stun this. So he'll go to 4 potentially next turn. Hang on, this actually goes to bottom. Fizz does not put it back to the grave, so you can't keep doing it. That is an intended mechanic. So we can Cold Shot this turn, possibly. Or we can play Lucian. We can play both. Is going down to 4 runes worth it? I think we'll do it. We need to see cards. I'll repeat this bad boy. Alright. Oh, Ride the Wind. Yes, I would very much like that. That's better. So that will get us onto the battlefield now. And there's Akshan. So we'll take Akshan, because we're going to steal his armory next turn. To bottom. Well, actually, do we have the orange? Okay, we do have the orange. So Akshan will come in and steal the armory when he drops it. Which should be amazing for us. And the other thing is, we can't move Akshan out of the battlefield into a battlefield if we want to keep his armory. Alright. So we move in here. He'll stun this, or he'll Killing Blade it, or whatever. Alright, so he's gonna Hidden Blade it. That is A-okay. So Lucian dies, Shovel goes back, we draw 2. We hit Yone. Interesting. Yone is our only way to snipe Victor, by the way. Which is very doable in this deck. So now we decide whether or not we want to play Ride the Wind this turn to stop him from getting to 4. The rest of his hand is... If he has Armory in his hand, the only other card he can play is Stupefy. Which he'll just commit Victor and kill my creature, I suspect. But we could give Fizz the Shovel. If we give Fizz the Shovel, Fizz will be at 5. There's nothing in his hand. He has Facebreaker still, but he's tapped out for Facebreaker. He has a Does he still have a Stupefy? No, he has Imperial Decree. So he would jam Imperial Decree and kill Fizz, but that doesn't feel like a good trade for him. Okay. So we'll float 1. We're gonna nuke our mana to do this, but I think this is a learning process. And then we gotta put Lucian to bottom and Cold Shot to bottom. I don't think we're ever casting Cold Shot with Fizz. Equip that to Fizz. Then we use the second purple and we Ride the Wind on Fizz. Move him in. Oh my god, if I have to explain floating. opponent is learning about floating mana. Alright. Alright, so we get the point. Alright, so up to 2. Yep, and now we discard and draw. I've explained as much as I'm willing to this opponent. We gotta discard something. It will probably be... Oh, Lucian's probably one of my better cards because he doesn't have a recycle cost. It's gotta be Yone. We're not seeing it. We just see another one anyway. Okay. We'll give Fizz ganking with Misfortune. Bring him in. Alright, and we claim that point too. Alright, so that was great for us. Good tempo there. And then we pass here. We can't do anything with our last 2 mana, but I think we've slowed him down a little bit. He can kill this Fizz, but he has to expend quite a bit in my mind to do it. He has to play Imperial Decree, which costs him 5, and recycles his last 2 yellows. Where I think he wants to play Armory, which we really want him to play, because Akshan's going to come in and steal it next turn. Oh, he's doing it. Oh, he's doing it. We're going to steal this bad boy. So he's going to make 3 1/1s this turn. Not much we can do about that. But we are going to yoink this thing next turn. So that's that. Are we going to get this hold? Because if we get this hold, that would be fantastic for us. I don't think you can push a 5-power Fizz off the point. He'll just make them in base, because this guy's not long for the world. Yo! Jetty boy! Thanks for the raid, dude. Hope you had a good stream. Live Jetty boy raid. We love to see it. Just playing some Riftbound with the boys. Now, why would you move into there, opponent? What a strange move from him. How's the Jetty boy stream been? Hopefully it was a good one. We're just starting for the day. We're brewing some Riftbound, and I think I'm on my way to cracking the tier 1 deck for Spirit Forged. And for anyone hoping it would be a new character, I regret to inform you it's Misfortune. Alright, so we'll get our point for holding. Fizz is chilling at 5. Akshan is 100% about to steal this Vanguard Armory. Which I think our opponent will mold. So we'll see how this goes. So MF's going to give Fizz ganking. Stream was a vibe? Hell yeah, dude. Are you even playing on TCG Arena as well? So that's Stupefy. I don't think he realizes Fizz is at 5. Stayed up entirely too late and I am working 6 hours. Oh yeah, well good luck with that, buddy. I'll take good care of your pals. Your ass, though? I'd be happy to play around with you if you want sometime. Hey, thanks for the follow. Let me just get my doc going there so I can actually see who's following me, hey? Oh my god, we're getting the following. I wasn't ready for this, guys. Jetty Boy, Mill Mills, thank you for the follow, guys. Appreciate you both. So I think we just do it to him, right? We just bring in Akshan here. And he's just gonna yoink this. Hey, yo, another one? Killjoy? Crazy, dude. I'm a set 1 apologist. I think set 1's cool. Bro, you guys are gonna make my head spin with these followers. Thanks for the follow, Bidoof. Dude, poor guy. So if I'm not mistaken though, I can't activate it because it's exhausted. But it's just chilling on my side of the battlefield. If he has Singularity, we're kind of in trouble. But that's all I can do. Do I want to do... No, it's so greedy to do the Akshan trigger. There's no shot I would equip this for Weapon Master. Gonna have to get with the times. Yeah, here's the thing. I totally agree with playing IRL to get the reps for what you have in. But for me, right, if I'm going to buy a deck, I want to know I can play it, you know? Like, I don't want to build a deck in set 2 because I think Azir is really good and spend all this money and he's absolute crap. So I like to get like a vibe on what I want to build. Gonna rock Lee Sin till set 5. No! He found Singularity, bro. It's so over. Oh, it's so over, dude. That is... I looked at his hand earlier and he didn't have it. That is so grim. Ah, we were this close. Damn, I think we're actually just shit out of luck with that. New Bone Shiver, I think, is going to be go-to. I think it's a sick card, honestly. This is a bad matchup to demo it, but yeah, fully agree with you. It's such a dope card. I think there's going to be a lot of decks that want to play Bone Shiver. I think the reason, if you're wondering, by the way, why I'm so high on Misfortune for set 2, it's literally Lucian. Lucian is so good with Misfortune. You give him ganking, he moves in and double conquers. Recall doesn't mean exhaust, but the reason why it is exhausted is so he tapped it on his turn to make the soldiers. Goes to my turn and I stole it with Akshan. It didn't get an opportunity to be unexhausted. I don't know what the opposite is. And then he killed Akshan on his turn, so it goes back to him still exhausted. It only untaps at the start of a turn of its controller. It never got the chance to do that. So he's on 5. Am I just cooked here? I think we're calling it here. GG. That Singularity out of nowhere. So for the record, I sabotaged his hand twice, took one Singularity away from him, and knew he had no Singularity in the other one. Oh, these two are just I'm getting in between a thing, you know. So that was a play around there. Like, I was like, he doesn't have Singularity, I should be fine, right? But he found it, which sucks, but that's how it goes sometimes. I'm playing randoms? Yes, I am. Well, there's a lot of people playing at the moment. Brave Man? Yeah, no, I don't mind it. You get all kinds of people when you play at your LGS or at a regional, right? So I'm just using this as a chance. Most people are happy to play set 2. And most people are actually pretty nice. You get the odd weirdo. I don't know why I put a question mark there. Yeah, I like the Discord matchup too. They take a lot longer to go for though. And for me, I'm very much in the quantitative data phase, where I want to figure out, I want to jam games against as many matchups as possible and see what I can get. I'm less interested in winning at the moment and more about like evaluating what's working. Because if you play someone on Discord, you're going to match against their, you know, Kai'Sa deck 10 times in a row. So you'll get lots of data about Kai'Sa, but what I really want is data about how it's going to do in a meta, you know? Oh my god, bro, I'm not beating a 17. This guy is cooking me. Always with the lose the dice roll. Sabo is kind of nice. Lucian's kind of nice. Rasa needs to go. Yone needs to go, I think. Ready when you are, opponent. Let's see how we go here. I think Azir might be a difficult matchup. Just depends on what kind of list he's running. Oh shit, I meant to update my rune deck. I think we'll go Bone Shiver here and just pass. No, it needs to be Lucian. Yeah, I've already made the move. Can't undo it. What's my battlefield? Oh, this is a sick one. This is Minefield. I think this one will be really relevant for a lot of decks that care about having lots of cards in their grave. So every time you conquer it, you put the 2 top cards of your deck into your trash. So they're really good in Jinx will probably play it. Decks that reanimate things. Annie might want to run it for Ride the Wind, just to get one in the grave so that it can be easily found. Alright, Jetty boy. I hope you have a good one, dude. Hope work doesn't kick you around too much. You got the shears. Damn. Nah, you can have it, brother. I'm not too fussed. I just want to play against the deck. So what I should have done for the record, guys, is probably play Lucian first, because getting a creature on the board is way more... oh, he meant to seal. Nah, just have it. I don't care. It's important to get Lucian on the battlefield in this matchup, because next turn, Lucian basically goes capture, capture. So we've missed out on 2 points here. Like I said, Lucian is going to be like like the Darius of the set. Like this card that just goes in orange decks, and it's just a menace. We can play Yone. Yone would be pretty crazy in this matchup. Shouldn't he still recycle 1 yellow? He did. He was on 4. So he recycled the yellow for the shears and then played the gear. But I've let him rearrange it just because I don't really... Like, I'm not gonna... Even though I misplayed by playing this instead of Lucian, I'd rather just, like, give my opponent the window to do the right thing because I really want to size this deck up. So Lucian can come down and equip Bone Shiver. I don't know if I want to do that. It's probably better. I need to sabotage his hand and see what he's running here. Alright, so we're going to go Sabo. We'll get a gear out of his hand at the very least, hopefully. So there's Death Grip, Janna, Guardian Angel. Okay, it's good to know he has Janna, but we'll take Guardian Angel out of the equation here, I think. Alright. We'll go Lucian... And we'll pay the 1. We won't recycle the orange. We'll equip Lucian and we'll pass. So he's going to get to 3 this turn, but I think we're going to stabilize on him. At least that's the goal. His hand is pretty clunky. So he has that. I'm working out if Misfortune can be an aggro build or a more... oh my god. Well, you can't hit me. It's at a battlefield, right? Oh, I see what he's doing. No, he's drawing, revealing, and putting it in instead of just dragging. But yeah, I was like, is he playing Killing Blade? That seems a bit, like, presumptuous. One of the things I think Misfortune has going for it, and Siva does too, is orange-purple is really tricky. Like, I can play Fizz next turn, and Sabo again, and remove something from him. I can play Fizz and bounce and ride the wind later if I need to. Like, I think... Or it can be a fight or flight. I think there's going to be a lot of ways where orange-purple just has flexibility, which I think is going to be really important. You might need seals? Yeah, I'm wondering that. I'm not convinced yet. Because Yone is the most expensive card in the deck mana-wise, for the record. Oh, he's yielding me that. So is he going to pass to me on that? So he's got Janna and one card in his hand that we haven't seen. Oh, wait, no, he has a Guardian Angel. Damn, okay. He found a Guardian Angel. Oh, right, it's Janna and Death Grip. That's what it's called. Alright. So we'll go Lucian into here. I imagine he'll let us have this. So part of the reason why I don't think we need seals is because when Bone Shiver gets going, it really gets going. So that's a free channel right there and a point. Lucian's 5 power. This is 3. He could Death Grip this creature to give it 6. So what I would normally do here is I would play Misfortune and give Lucian ganking and move him in here. The only problem I see is that he's probably going to Death Grip this. Or maybe he lets it die. If he plays... Yeah, no, he can't play Janna. He doesn't have the mana for that, so... So here's what we might do. Sabo the Death Grip? I could, yeah. What I'm also thinking is setting up for Yone. So one of the strongest combos you can do with this deck is have Misfortune in play, in base, play Yone next turn, ready him immediately with Misfortune, move him in and eliminate a problematic card in this battlefield. But I think you're right. I think it'll be the Fizz play. So we'll play Fizz. I'm wondering if we play him to battlefield. I think we'll play him to battlefield. Play Sabo, play the recycle cost, and it'll be Death Grip. Nah, Death Grip's 2. You were on the money there. It's not a... Oh, it's a reaction, so he can do it right now if he wants. If he does it now, I get to see what card he draws, and I potentially get to remove that. But we'll see what happens here. Yeah, he's gonna do it. So what's he killing? Is he gonna kill the, Sheer? Because if he buffs that up... He needs... So what's he buffing? If he buffs this soldier, we don't move in. That's the bottom line. Okay, yep. So he's going to sacrifice the Tua to draw, and then we'll get to see what he gets. Yeah, so Brutalizer goes to the bottom here. So we have 2 choices here. We can move Lucian in with ganking here, and this will trade. I don't know if that's worth it for me. Especially since he's going to get a card out of it. So maybe instead we simply... We go develop the Merchant here. And that way we can move Merchant and Lucian in next turn. Or we could save Ride the Wind. This is a Janna, though. He's going to save Janna for next turn, 100%. So we'll play Merchant in base. Pass, I think. So now we need to swing back, though. He's nearly out of gas here. Azir would be a blowout here, but I can accelerate Misfortune in to kill Azir, potentially. He doesn't have the mana to accelerate Azir and Janna, so... Move your chat, it keeps covering your face. Oh, does it? Oopsie. I'm not too bothered by that, though. It's actually what I'm thinking. It's an internal monologue. We'll move it up. There we go. That's better. Alright, so he's going to just strong arm this board. And his last card's Janna. We might have to move in just to give him some... just to throw a bone his way or something. Alright. So that's a hold. So we have a few options here. We can potentially go for Accelerated Misfortune after he plays Janna to re-ready Lucian. Is this a mid-range MF gameplay? Yeah, this is Spirit Forged Misfortune, which I am very high on next set. I think Misfortune with Lucian and a few weapons has the tools to really be a contender this season. So what happens here? We move in Lucian, and what? He Jannas me? Lucian takes out 2 creatures, at the very least. Does Janna have tank? I don't think she does. Alright, let's see what he does here. So we'll move Lucian in. And we won't move the Merchant in. Alright, this is... I have to tap MF to do it. Alright, so he is going to take this. And Janna's just going to bounce back Lucian. Lucian's exhausted. That's fine. Alright. Lucian has ganking. We can play Ride the Wind with him if we want. Hold on. We could do something seriously Galaxy Brain here. It's coming to me. It's coming to me. I think what we do is we play Misfortune non-accelerated, okay? We ride the Winter into Trifarian War Camp, which counts as a move, so we ready Lucian. And then we can move all the units in at once. I actually think we do that. That's... If we're not in, we can't win, guys. So, MF comes in. We cast Ride the Wind on Misfortune, which we use to move her here and ready her. She's going to ready Lucian. And since she has ganking as well, we can just move her in with Lucian here. Which gives us 5, 10, 12 on 3, 5, 8, 11. Oh, bro, we're so big brain. And then move, trigger, discard, drop. Yep. All right. So we trade. That's fine. We wipe his board. He draws a card out of it, loses one of his gear. But bro is really on, like... He's on struggle street right now. And we'll move Fizz back. We need to keep Fizz back, because there's a good chance he'll Azir it, Fizz. Yeah, that's fine. Game 1 salvage is a little rough, but what can you do? We have Akshan in our sideboard too, so we can absolutely haze this dude. Did you trash 2 for battle? Oh, true. I'm illiterate. And yeah, point for Conker. You're absolutely right. I missed the most important part, hey. Alright, so Azir's in play here. I guess he's gonna recycle. Alright, sure. So he'll double Conker, go to 6. We might be in trouble here. We might have let him get too many points, and now, unfortunately, we're not going to stabilize in time. But we'll see. So Brutalizer comes in. He's just going to, yeah, bin that. I think we can claw back a game 2 and 3 versus this guy, because we're on bullet time in the sideboard as well. Alright. It's probably going to be Fizz coming in here, I think. So we move Fizz in. Yeah, actually, that's correct. Yep, let's see what he does. If he has an interaction piece, we just eat it. Alright, cool. We'll play the D-Ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our win con here needs to be to play Yone and hold here. We go up to 5 here. Wait, do we? Oops. No. We're on 4. This is going to be tough. So we got quite a lot of defense here, but there's a lot of cards Azir can have that just dethrone this board. We can push him off for the hold. With Misfortune giving ganking. He can bring all soldiers over with Azir. Yeah, exactly. It's tall enough right now that it can hold off Azir for this turn if he... But it's counting on him not having specific cards. So he moves Azir in here, which I guess means Azir's not going to be moving into here. So we'll take it. Ooh. Oh, bro has to have, like, open mana, right? So that's a hold. Alright, I reckon this is going to eat a Defy. I'm just getting Defy vibes here, guys. Yeah, it's Defy. Alright. So we eat the Defy. Is what it is. Yeah, you got it, buddy. And now we're basically having Ezreal draw us 2 cards, because we got none in our hand. We find the Shovel, and we find another Fizz. Oh, yep. Top. I was getting excited there. So I think it's got to be Fizz. We can play Shovel here, and potentially kill Yone. Oh, So we have a choice here. We play Last Rites, equip up Yone, and he goes to 8, which is enough to kill both of these. Instantly loses to Janna, to Killing Blade or whatever. Whereas we can play Fizz, bring back Vital Flight, and bounce this token. Instantly loses to Defy. So it's a matter of, is he going to have Janna, or is he going to have Defy or a removal... So he's going to have Janna or a removal spell, or Defy. Oh, dude, I reckon he doesn't have a second Defy. Because I think I really want to kill this Azir. I don't mind him having this for another turn. Alright, so we're going to play Fizz here. And he's going to play Vital Flight. Oh, he's got it! Are you kidding me, brother? Ah, you've got to be fucking joking, dude. Ah, dude. And it was Janna! I was fucked! How do I beat that? Crazy. Crazy. Oh, dude. I played the outs there and it just did not matter. That sucks. Oh, well. Alright. Game 2. We keep one Sabo in the deck. I'm not too fond of... I think Treasure Hunter might be a bum. In Azir, it dies to the Soldier. Akshan has to be in the deck, actually. Who am I kidding? We haven't even managed to get Rasa out once. We need Akshan in the deck, and that's the other change, I think. Probably one less Ride the Wind. And maybe one less... No, Cold Shot's good. Maybe only one bullet time. Because Fizz rebuys it, which is pretty important. Alright. Let's see an opponent. I mean, I'm going first anyway. It's not going to change anything. Alright, so we find Bone Shiver. We got Doran's Ring, so Bone Shiver can go, and Rasa needs to go. Yeah, we can't keep Rasa. Alright. Ready? See what we get here. We'll just play Ring Pass here. And then we'll play Lucian in, I think. Lucian will go the double conquer. Brutalizer. Oh, plus Soldier, of course. This Soldier will just be a 3, which means Lucian goes over it. Man, we don't have any orange still. That's rough. Good thing Lucian doesn't have a cost. Pass. So what beats Lucian here? Cull the Weak? The fun thing about Azir is he only makes the tokens in base. So he actually can't load a board up with newly created tokens. Is he gonna... That's Renata. Okay, interesting. I'm not sold on Renata and Azir yet. He's gonna pass. Okay, fair enough. Bro, if we had one orange, I'd be slapping this Bone Shiver onto Azir, onto Lucian so fast, let me tell you. But we don't, alas. Alright, so move Lucian in. Happening. Alright. On tap. Conquer. Discard for the battlefield. Draw 2. Discard for Doran's Ring. Draw 2. Fantastic. Misfortune to give him ganking. Move him in. How do we feel about this opponent? Crazy, dude. Alright, and Doran's Ring trigger. I think we discard the ring. Draw. We found another scrap heap. Amazing. Bro, if we had an orange, we would play Misfortune this turn, but we don't. Which is very grim for us, actually. So we probably play Bone Shiver. So Bone Shiver comes down. Do we Cold Shot for 1? To look for something else to play? I think we do. I want something to do with this mana. I'll take Akshan. I don't have the orange yet, but Akshan is such a swing. Oh, but I do like Fight or Flight. No, we won't take Akshan. We'll find our second one. We don't have the orange mana yet. It would be, like, such a meme to do it. Alright. We got Fight or Flight to trigger Dreaming Tree for Lucian here. I think that's got to be the play. Unless he Cull the Weaks us, I think Lucian should be able to safely get back to base here. Which is more valuable than Akshan right now. Brandon's having a real think here. So the tokens are going to start pouring in here. Gotta be... And, like, Renard's just going to have him attack immediately. That's yours, opponent. We're ahead on the score. We don't need to care so much about Fight or Flight yet. Discards a Janna. Janna would help him against a Lucian retake. Maybe he has another? So there's a Brutalizer, which means we're going to get 2 Sand Soldiers, which both come in ready. That's pretty decent. Oh, I see. They're going to both equip Brutalizer. That's cool. So this will probably be Fight or Flight Lucian, I think. Alright. So we Fight or Flight Lucian here. Lucian goes back. We draw off Dreaming Tree. Why did he get 2? He didn't get a second... Oh, from Desert's Call, he tapped 4. So he paid the repeat cost on Desert's Call. If you're wondering where the second Brutalizer came from, it was attached to the Sand Soldier. So, and Weapon Master lets you reattach. I would like an orange rune so I can attach this to Lucian, swing in and kill both of these. That would be pretty sick. Nah, it's all good. Easy mistake to make. TCG Arena isn't the best at representing things. You kind of have to rely on knowing what the cards do. Oh, we got options this turn. So if we attach this to Lucian, he goes to 7 and just mogs both these cards. Oh my god, now he wants to change Battlefield? I'll let him have it, but that's kind of annoying. I think I would like to get Yone going to kill Renata.